Good evening to you. How are you, ma'am?
I'm very good. I'm very good. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Thank you so much for asking.
Amazing. I think this is our first session together, right?
Right.
Okay, so before we proceed, can you please tell me something about yourself?
Of course. So, my name is Mahima Shukla. I am connecting from UP and I have done my bachelor's. Currently, I'm pursuing my master, which is MA in English Literature. And simultaneously, I'm working on my communication skills. And as for my hobbies, so I love traveling and reading a book. So, that's a bit about me.
Amazing. Very good to meet you. I am Shriya Bajpai and I'm from Raipur, Chhattisgarh. And I have completed my graduation last year in the field of media and from Mumbai. And I have been working as a freelance creative writer and a teacher here as well. And yeah, I'm very excited to help you in your journey with the platform. That's a little about me. Can I ask you? You said that you like traveling. So, what have been the best places that you have traveled to? What have been the best trips, the ones you'll always remember?
Hmm. Okay. The last trip which I remember I had with my family, where we all went together. Uh, place is Jaipur. So we stayed there for 2 days, and like not only our family, our relative, distance relative also were there. So
Ah,
we enjoyed a lot. We visited few temples there, and Jaipur, like so what we say, Hawa Mahal, right? So we visited there also. So that was amazing trip.
gosh. Yeah, Jaipur is a beautiful city for sure, right? It's culturally so rich, I think. It stays with you, right?
Mhm. Right.
All right, amazing. Well, did you get a chance to go through the session note that we have for today?
Yes, I have gone through just to glance through like what's the topic, but not in a deep.
It's all right. Well, it's about winter wonders, right? No, sorry, it's about water wonders. Um, yeah, so it's about water, which is such a necessary thing. Here, a quote is given here, right? Let me know what you think about the quote. How much do you agree with it? So the quote says, "Thousands have lived without love, not one without water." So how much do you agree with that? And like, what are your thoughts on it?
Not how much completely, 100% I agree. No
Yeah,
one can live without water.
right. It's like the most important thing. Like humans can survive without food longer than they can survive without water. So that's like such a necessity for all of us. Also, there are two pictures given on the second page. Can you see both of these images?
Um, okay, just give me a second. Yeah, I can see now.
Yeah. All right. So, tell me, what do you think would happen if we moved from image one to image two? How would our lives look like?
Okay, it's completely with like my imagination. Okay, I'll try.
What do you see in the first image?
First image where we can see what around like the water, and the another is completely dry word which is showing in a picture. If I'm not mistaken, is it correct?
Yeah, that's correct. The first one is how it actually is, right? Our world, because 70% of the earth is water. So that's what our earth actually looks like. But what if we go from first to second image? What would happen?
If like the way we are wasting water, if it go in the same way, of course maybe after few years the world look like in the same picture which is they have given to us, I
Hmm.
would say.
And what would happen then?
People would maybe struggle to get a clean drink, clean water for a drink also. Maybe people struggle to get a sufficient water for a bath. And there's a many essential things which we need water for a daily use.
Yeah. Well, there would be no life without water, right?
Of
So
course.
no form of life. Like I think you can see in the picture as well that the greenery is lesser as well, because all forms of life need water, not just humans. So,
Animals, plants, we
yeah,
all need.
correct. So one of the most important factors that makes life possible on our planet is water. So I mean, I don't think human actions can ever take it from first image to second because again there is 70% of water, but not all of it is useful, right? So human actions can definitely decrease the amount of potable water. Do you know the meaning of the word potable?
Um, Not certain about that. Could you tell me?
Yeah, sure, sure. Potable is actually used for water only. The water that is safe for drinking.
Okay.
That water is called potable water. So Earth has a lot of water. Like we'll never have the shortage of it, but unfortunately, not all of it is useful, right? The seawater, the most of what we have is not useful. So, I mean, but it still is useful for other species and other animals and other forms of life, right? Not for humans, but other forms of life. So, yeah, from first image to second, that would be just no life possible at all, then, right?
Right.
All right.
Potable water we call, which we drink and we use for cooking.
Yeah, potable.
Okay. And which water we use for maybe bath or a tank, that is not potable water?
No, I mean, if it's not fit for drinking, then we don't call it potable, but we can still use it, right? So it's
Yes.
still usable. Like, the sea water is very salty, so it's called
Mhm.
salt water, right?
Right.
So the potable one is the water that is like enough, safe enough to drink. Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of times, the water that we have for bathing as well is safe enough. I mean, of course, it's not filtered and everything, but
Right.
still, human body can survive with it. But human body would not be able to survive with seawater, right?
Right.
So, all and most of the water that we get is potable.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Can you tell me what are the three most common ways people are wasting water in current times? You mentioned that we are wasting a lot of it, right? So, what are the three most common ways that we're doing
Okay. Let me think just for a second. Okay. The first would be leaving tap running while brushing the teeth.
it? Yeah, correct.
We all often people do this thing.
Yeah.
And another would be, I can say, when we wash car, and especially, yeah, when we wash car and mopping the floor
Mhm.
again, where we waste a lot of water.
Mhm.
And third would be, mm, 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 if there is any leakage in a pipe or maybe taps
Yeah,
and which is not repaired, so that's again the waste of water.
right. I get it. Do you think there can be any solution for these things? What do you think we should build our habits? How do you think our habits should change so that, water can be saved?
Hmm. Consciously, actually, we have to change our habit. While brushing our teeth, we don't have to leave tap running. And another is when we wash our car, so use a bucket of water instead of use pipe that moment, which we can avoid. Third would be if you find anywhere there's a leakage or something is there and water is tripping, then we can instantly get that repaired. So, which is again. So these are few things which I know we can save for water. And
Definitely.
another, I'm not sure whether it's correct or not. When we use a shower for a bath, people say we don't know, like it's take a lot of amount of water compare if we go for a bucket.
Mhm.
So which is something we can also do.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. Um, there are also certain bigger steps that I think we can take, because now there are so many cities that are facing such troubles with water, uh, like Bangalore, for example.
Of
One of
course.
my aunts live there, and it's like it rains so much there, right? I mean, Bangalore has such heavy rains, constant rains, in fact, throughout the year, but it's still not able to harvest the rainwater, right? So I think government should also take actions regarding that. Like if you know that, you get so much of rainwater, a little bit of harvesting, equipments can be set up, and like uh, normal humans can also be encouraged to do it, because it's not that tough, right? Rainwater harvesting, it's a very good thing, because unfortunately the way we are living currently, the grounds do not soak enough water, so the rainwater, it just flows away. And so we can take certain actions, right? What do you think about that? What actions do you think can be taken?
The first, what I can say, harvest the rainwater in a container and or a tank. And again, there's a one which we can re use water for a wash a vegetable. Like yeah, reuse water like which we wash a vegetable and fruit. We can give that water to plant
Yeah.
and of course spread awareness, of course, like importance of water which we can tell. And third would be mm, efficient use of electronics appliances, which is again it's important aspect. So these are few things which we can do.
Right. I agree with that. It's like there's so many times that we can actually save water. We don't realize it, but there are so many ways that we can do that. And it's pretty uh, like saddening to see that there are such big cities that have such lack of water. And so, definitely, I think more people should step up. People should do it on a personal level, and government should do it on a bigger level as well. Like rainwater harvesting is, something that we don't take seriously enough, but it should be, because there are cities which have so much rain, but then they have such troubles with water. It just doesn't make sense,
Right.
because I mean, rainwater can be so useful. Of course, rainwater is actually the purest form of water until it enters our atmosphere, then it gets polluted. So maybe we can't use it for drinking, but other things, other purposes, it can definitely be used for. So, more, I think, again, like you mentioned, awareness can be a good idea, right? What are some of the steps you personally have taken in your life, you think, that even if a little, that you think saves water? Because, every action counts. And oftentimes we feel like it's pretty insignificant what we're doing, but then that matters. So, what are some of the things that you do in your life?
Um, the first thing which I do very often, if we wash our clothes, right? Some people put the clothes in a washing machine if there is a two and three, and then start laundry, right? Which is not correct. We have to first collect the cloth. If it's enough cloth, then only put in a washing machine. That's the one way we can do it because this is something we use in a daily basis.
Yeah.
And another, I can say, I never leave tap running. It is something I always do.
Mm-hmm.
And third, I can say there is a habit people have. If someone give a water for, like, take example, if you are a person in my family and if you ask me, "Ma, give me one glass of water," and I give you, instead of complete that whole glass of water, you left some amount of water in a glass, which is not usable, right? So people throw it. So this is something I can say we can avoid. If you have a maybe the thirst of one glass of water only, then take it.
Yeah,
So these few things I can do.
definitely. And I feel like plants, like all such water that we waste can be used for plants so much. Like my mother does it always. So with
Mhm.
all the vegetable and all, she always makes sure that, it goes to
Yes.
plants because it can be really beneficial for plants as well, and you're not wasting water. So now it's a habit in our house as well. So if even if like like you mentioned, sometimes you fill up a jug and then it's not, you don't use it completely, so the water can just, rather than just throwing it away, it can go to plants.
Right.
And so, of course, plants are such important parts of our lives. So it can be, if we take certain steps, I think nature has a good balance to deal with it. Like we just have to take certain steps towards it, right?
But everyone should be aware about this. It's not the only one person responsibility here.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, I think people just don't care enough. Like they are aware of it, but it's such a common thing to waste it that they don't care. And that's the thing. I mean, it's a human nature. Until we have something, we are not going to value it, right? So water is very readily available for all of us, mostly. The ones who don't get it enough, ask them how important it is. Like I was watching this video about
Mm-hmm.
Delhi, and certain places in Delhi that
Mm-hmm.
suffer so much to get water. It's the capital of the country, but then there are some, what are they called, slums, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Such heavily populated slums, but they suffer so much to get water. It was so heartbreaking. Like just the amount of like people had to go, uh, you know, uh, like walk so much to get 2 buckets of water from the tanker. And so, it's they realize how valuable it is. We don't, because we get it so easily.
And we are we can also hear this thing from who lives in a metro city. They don't get, uh, as you mentioned, portable water in a daily basis. If they want every alternate day, they get water, and which is they have to store it for next 2 days.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Especially they have cans for drinking water and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, when I was living in Mumbai, Mumbai also has such heavy rains. So again,
Right.
Mumbai can harvest it as well because it just doesn't stop. It's kind of annoying, but it has so much, like such good monsoon. And in most, like in there are some places in Mumbai as well where if you go looking for a rented apartment, they tell you that you don't get water all the time, like it's
Mm-hmm.
just from this hour to this hour. And so I think in cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, when people, like governments know that the population is so heavy, they can take certain steps where they can harvest the rainwater, because so much of it goes to waste, because there's a lot of it. It's like it's not less, there's a lot of it. And we don't have good we don't have good systems for draining as well, right? So much of it, like water blockages and all of that. Just imagine if like certain changes in the system can actually be so beneficial, because the water drains well, and then that rainwater, rather than negatively impacting people's life, can actually be used for good if they harvest it properly.
Right.
So yeah, but then that's the thing. It requires, of course, government plus people's like they should want it enough, right? Then government is going to do it. But those who get it, they don't care, and those who don't, they don't have the time to fight for it. Then so that's pretty unfortunate, I think. All right.